day. First of all, I need to put out there, Merry Christmas, and I hope you have a Happy New Year for a bit, since basically my Christmas dinner's been cooking, so I thought, heck, while I've got the time, I'm up, so let's get into it. If you want to go find Zoe, you want to go head over, I can't remember his name now, Speaker, that's it. Sorry, I'm just really tired, I haven't really slept properly. Zoe will be in front of this giant door here, if you see. Here he is, Zoe, Agent 9. Let's go see what items he's selling.
This is the 9.
Alright, he's selling the Armamentarium, which for a Titan, well, the other exotic perk is getting disregarded. That's actually okay. Depends on what class, depends on what subclass you're using. I mean, if you're using Defender, it's not very useful. Using Sunbreaker actually comes pretty handy with the grenades, because the Sunbreaker grenades are pretty powerful. It's got increased discipline and increased strength. Depends on what you play on. If you want to use your grenades, I would go for strength. You got more ammo for sniper, that's special, and carry more ammo for heavies. Now that'd be pretty useful, but I would prefer to use the special ammo due to the fact of I use my sniper quite a lot. The last perk is Void Recovery and Void Armor. I would literally go for Void Recovery, but for me, I'd have to go. For me, if I was main choosing, I'd go for Void Armor, just for the fact of on my Defender, I use my Titan. I use my Defender subclass quite a lot. Well, that's the Titan. They have Bones of AO. The exotic perk is upgrades double jump with an additional jump. That's pretty useful for hunters in main situations. It means now, depends on what class you use, you can jump as high as a Titan. It's got intellect, which will actually be pretty useful for a hunter. As the main fact of the hunter, if you want to use your subclasses more, I mean, if you're doing a raid, you want more intellect, it'll be pretty useful for using your shadow shot. It's got increased discipline, not really my type of idea, but depends on what you guys play as. It's got increased the amount of sniper ammo, ammunition you carry, which that's pretty useful for me, but I've already come in and bought them, as I will quickly just show you now.
My will is not my own.
I've got the year 1 and I've got year 2. So year 1's a bit different from year 2. If you see it's carrying more ammo for heavy, whereas this one's a bit different.
Speak with
I use my
me.
hunts quite a lot on main occasions, so I prefer the Bones of AO for him. You then also have Void Double Down, increasing agility 5 seconds after a Void Double Kill. And that's pretty useful if you mainly use your Void weapons quite a lot. I mean, it depends, because if you're using a Void subclass, that actually comes is the Warlock. Got the Ram, which if I correctly am, that's a House of Wolves one. The main perk is increased armor. All Void Walker melees trigger lifesteal on hit. Now that's actually pretty useful for a Warlock, due to the main fact it depends on what route you go to. It depends on how quick your health regens. There you got increased discipline and increased strength. Now I don't use a Warlock, so I don't know which one would be better for you guys. You've got hands on. Gain bonus super melee for gain bonus super energy for melee kills on minions of darkness. Oh, that's actually pretty useful. But also you got heavy lifting, gain bonus super energy from heavy weapon kills on minion darkness. Now that would seem more ideal for me due to the fact that I don't do much meleeing. I just mainly go and shoot heavy, special and primary. And the last perk is invigoration. Gain bonus melee energy on all pickups. Now obviously guys, you can change these perks around using Twist Fate, which you require the glass needles, which require 3 strange coins, 3 motes of light and 1 exotic shard. You've got the Meter Multi-Tool, which that is the brand new add-in from Bungie, which I have to admit, very smart move Bungie, because people love the scout rifle. It was quite powerful in most selections, but I did like this. You've got the soft ballistics, CQB ballistics, and smart drift control. Now, for me, if I was using it, I would go for the CQB ballistics, just to the fact that it increases your impact with the littlest decrease on your range, but it also increases your stability a tiny bit. I don't know if anybody notices that, but it's quite a small inch. You've also got third eye. Now, this is pretty useful for if you sat there shooting and suddenly you don't know anything's going to be behind. Have any of you guys ever had that? You sat there zooming your gun, shooting, and someone comes up from behind you. With third eye, that's not really a problem. As with the third eye, you're able to see anybody come up from behind you, or any other map. Your mini map stays up. You also got lightweight, quick draw, and field scout. Now I'd go for lightweight, just the main fact of it increases your agility, but this weapon can be drawn unbelievably fast with quick draw, and field scout increase carrying ammo capacity. Now that's not really my type of idea. I don't really need more ammo because I hardly much use it, because I'm usually using my sniper or my heavy, which the lightweight would be best for me. And you've also got Mida multi-tool. This weapon boosts move speed and fires on a hair trigger. Now that's pretty good. That pretty much turns it. If any of you guys remember from Borderlands, I don't know if any of you actually ever played Borderlands, but you had the Jacob's weapons. You could fire them as fast as you wanted. That's pretty much the same thing as a meter tool. It pretty much fires on a hairpin trigger. You could pretty much shoot about 10 rounds in like a few seconds if you're a fast trigger. And of course you have the heavy exotic Ingram, costs 31 strange coins. Now all these, the Armentarium costs 13 strange coins, Bones of AO costs 13 strange coins, the Ram costs 13 strange coins, the Mida multi-tool costs 23, but the Legacy Ingram costs 31. Now for the Legacy, you're obviously, I don't know why Bungie have done this, but you're pretty much going to end up, now, down to the curious items. You've got the Plasma Drive and the Emerald Coil. What these do is this upgrades your Sparrow from a rare Sparrow into a legendary one, but it also gives your Sparrow on the Plasma Drive, it will give you I think that's a blue output when you're boosting. This one will give you a green one. I would go for the blue, just mainly because of the fact that I prefer the colour. You've also got heavy ammo simps, which give you 3 heavy ammo for each 1 strange coin you put, which is pretty useful. You got 3 coins, which, to be honest, in my case, isn't very good because 3 coins don't come in handy no more, because since they decreased the thing for it, the buff of it, you used to be able to use 1 or 2 and get an exotic Ingram. Now you have to use like 4 or 5 just to get one off the boss, and even that's a low chance. So I wouldn't advise buying straight 3 of coins anymore, guys, just to the fact of like it's too buffed, too much low case. And of course you've got glass needles. These glass needles are used for changing your exotic weapons, the perks on it, or exotic armors. And you have motes of light. Now motes of light, the only thing they're used for is increasing your faction rank and also increasing your weapons. If I've got some, I can try to show you if I've got a weapon that hasn't been upgraded. I have, which is the 1,000 yard stare. I don't much use a 1,000 yard, but in this case I'll just quickly use it just to show you. If you use a sniper rifle telemetry, it will literally just increase it instantly. It'll literally just increase it so fast, it's unbelievable. Like, I've used not many already, and my sniper is nearly maxed out. I'd say 1 or 2 more. Like, I've only used 13 of them, not 12 of them, sorry. And see already, it's already upgraded my sniper fully. Now, I gotta admit, for my choice of snipers, I'd have to go for the Harrow Defiance of Yasmin, just the main fact of it's better. But if you're gonna go and raid, you want to do a lot of damage in like the quickest period, you'd want to go for the Black Spindle, just for the main fact of the mulligan. No, not the mulligan, the white reserves. But just to show you again, guys, Xur is literally in location next to the speaker, as you can see just over here, up here should I say. There he is. I see let go an upgrade and it's still doing the upgrades on it. But yeah, Xur's next to the speaker, right next to him. I just showed a minute ago, right there, the speaker, opposite the giant black door. I do not know what this door leads to, but I really want to know what it leads to. It seems pretty interesting, but Prodesi is going to show that in the later gameplay. But that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it for today, guys. I hope you enjoy watching. This is the Christmas Day special, showing you where Xur is. Hope you have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and I shall see you in the next. Peace.